thing disappoints me with Death Stranding 2.
What's that?
Nothing.
When you look up to the sky, you got all these stars, but you can't instantly spot. I don't even think you can spot it at all. The Southern Cross. I haven't seen the Southern Cross. I look for it. I'm like, mate, if this is Australia, you should be able to look up and see the Southern Cross.
Mate, you know the Death Stranding fucked with the stars, all right, mate? That's all you need to know. See, I think that's
stars. They've done it where there's like heaps of stars, like Australia in the outback and that. But
yeah.
The Southern Cross is a loss, is a miss.
Yeah, now the Death Stranding fucked with them. So, you know, they're just different, you know? Death Stranding made it different. Yes. Just like how Death Stranding, it erased all the names of every city and state.
Yeah.
Know what I mean? Fucking not city. Get the fuck out of here.
Because otherwise it should be an option for like Sam to get a Southern Cross tattoo.
That should be an option, actually. You're actually making a lot of sense there. But no, that does go. Yeah, that does work well. What's up, everybody, and welcome to All for Footy, the AFL podcast where good friends gather and gab about last week's games, this week's games, and everything in between. I'm your host, Nathan, Mr. 9 out of 9 Norman, joined, as always, by the second best podcaster in the world, Mr. Daniel Big Daddy Reeby. How, Reebs? What's going on?
If it isn't Nathan, barely feathered friend Norman.
Barely.
Mate. See that you still have not shaved or had a haircut all footy season, and it just makes me excited. So good to see you, mate.
It's good to see you too, but you clearly forgot when I shaved my beard like a few weeks ago. But that's all right. That's all right. We move forward.
I'm talking about clean shaven, just one day for the pod. And I'm now in a battle with you, in case you haven't noticed all season. I have been slowly growing, and it's a good little handful there now. It's very enjoyable.
Oh, well, I actually mean clean shaven. I clean shaved a couple months ago.
Well, I must have missed that week.
I don't know how you missed it, man. Like, my beard would have been growing in. It would have been really small for a while. I really don't know. Man, pay attention to my facial hair more, man. I'm really judging our friendship right now.
When I see it fairly feathered, so that's why I.
Oh, you should check out some earlier episodes.
You've got a point.
I'll have to go back and have a look. But tonight, you're very fairly feathered, so it's good to see you.
It's good to see you too, bro. And also joining him on the couch is the man of steel, Steelo. What's going on, Steelo?
Didn't even notice him back there.
Oh, mate, he's blended in with the couch real well. He's like a floating head. Oh, shit, where's he going?
Pretty good.
Yeah, mate.
Mate, the Halloween episode's early.
I've just done a spin move and juked out of the footy season, and here I am, mate.
Oh, is that like, are you actually there?
Yeah, he's there. No. He's there. That's
some
real.
call it Mad Monday. Some call
no idea he was popping in.
It's all the same to me.
Is this a split screen with me in the front of my screen and you've blacked it out with Steel in the back?
That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. You're onto me.
It's my Monday.
A couple of weeks off and look at the things you come up with, Nathan. This is very nice.
Mate, I'm the tech guy, you know? There's no other tech guy anywhere near as good as me, unfortunately.
Pew, 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 pew.
That's right. All right, let's move on to this week's game, shall we? What a round it was, my fairly feathered friends.
Oh, just been huge, hasn't it?
It has. It was a lot of fun matches.
Yeah.
Catch up on.
No Thursday night game. No Thursday night game, which was good. I liked that. I don't like a Thursday night footy game. So whenever they decide to
it was
not have that,
quite perfect. That for one of the rare weeks of the year, we worked this Saturday.
No.
And I thought, how ironic that it lined up with the week that there wasn't Thursday night football. And then it still felt a hell of a lot like a Friday night into Saturday with the work on Saturday. So,
nicely done. All right, well, let's start with the first game of the round, and it's one close to your heart, Mr. Daniel Reeby. Essendon versus St Kilda, Marvel Stadium, Friday night football. It was Essendon 11-9-75 to St Kilda 11-11-77. St Kilda by 2 points. Let's talk about Wanganeen Malera.
Let's talk about Naz. I mean, the great man. I loved that play that he did in the third quarter when he just got the ball out of the centre himself, took one bounce, and then had a shot from about 60 and put it into the crowd. I mean, that was just
That's what
Chris
you do.
Judd-like. Oh,
That was just 2 milli silly, that was.
That's how you
that
play
just upped
footy.
his dollar. They were going to give him 1.9, and then they just capped it up to 2 mil off that goal. And it was an interesting side of footy, though. I mean, it was a little bit short of highlights, let's say. I mean, that goal single-handedly was the best goal almost of the year, but also of the night. Maybe Naz has so much razzle-dazzle at the moment that it took away from the game. You know, everyone just expected all this greatness across the whole night or something, but a solid contest. You know, you have to say that it was a solid contest, and Bombers led a lot of the game. I reckon a good 85% of the game they were in the lead by, up to 20 points at one stage. In the lead there in the last quarter by a goal. Saints had to hit the lead again, so it was a good tester. And the boys just got it done. They played some good solid footy in a game where they went in $1.20. You'd sort of thinking that they should get it done. So they did play well to win in the end, but credit to Bombers, they really ground it out, and there's a lot of green shoots in the Bombers. I couldn't help but throw the word around when I was watching the game.
What word?
I felt like this green shoots cup.
Okay.
Both teams it almost dawned on me that it could be closer to an Essendon St Kilda grand final than maybe a Carlton St Kilda grand final. But
So?
yeah, and that would also haunt me a lot. I really would not enjoy that match. But Bombers, I see a lot of green shoot in them. I mean, a lot of injuries, so many injuries to blokes, and they're literally playing half the VFL side that they had at the start of the year. So that's a really good sign for them next year when they do get a lot of senior players back, and they'll have games into younger guys. And
some draft picks.
Yeah, it was the Green Shoots Cup, and the Saints, in a weird way, unfortunately won because, Bombers, they're happy to get that extra draft pick by being down, and Saints, we've shot up the ladder a little bit now to about 11th. So, yeah, but anyway, you take a win and
Take it.
Yeah, it was an interesting result.
Yeah, no, look, it was very exciting football. A little bit low scoring, but an exciting game nonetheless. Sorry?
Well, it wasn't exactly exciting football.
No, it was close. Close.
It was rather a lot of unforced errors, like so many unforced moments where a turnover came and then they went the other end and then turned it over again and then it went back and then got turned over again and then...
But hey, look,
so I noticed some quite comical parts, but then the good signs were just, the Saints midfield at the moment as well with me trying to put my phone on silent and just not being able to do it.
Just never being able to do it. Just a curse.
It's almost as exciting as the game was.
Should throw your phone out the window.
I'm genuinely trying to put it on silent, but I can't. I mean, I feel like listeners of the pod, they enjoy the odd beep of the phone.
I don't think they do.
A message when they know the pod's on, just to get a few beeps of the phone. So,
I've gotten a few messages before being like, hey, can you put your phone on silent? What's with the phone? Like, that has been brought up in the past.
I still find it interesting that I haven't been hit up for $1 by a single person out there in the community. I mean, I would have thought by now I'd be down hundreds of dollars, and
nobody cares. Nobody wants a single dollar from you.
The offer still does stand though. If you ever see me in the community,
just for
feel free to ask me for $1 any day, and I'll happily give you $1 in some form.
And it's capped at $1, and you can't repeat. You get one. Everybody gets one.
Yeah. Per person, per ask. Obviously that's the basic.
Yeah, and don't come back tomorrow. Fair.
Yeah, good luck following me.
Yeah. But anyway, what I was talking about it being an exciting game is, I guess, even low-scoring games can be exciting when the score's so close near the end. Because when the urgency kicks in, it's makes the game all the more exciting. But yeah, what can I say? St Kilda just beat Essendon. Good for them. So let's move on to the next game, shall we?
We shall.
It was Friday night football on the same night as well. At the Optus Stadium. Fremantle versus Brisbane. Fremantle 5-14-44 to Brisbane 15-11, 101. Brisbane by 57 points, just smacking the crap out of Fremantle. Look at Steelo. You did tip the Lions, didn't you?
You know it. That's how it's done.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Mate, after seeing the Lions win the Granny, I've been so bold on us this year. Like, I'm not one to just tip my team every week.
Yeah, but you lost to Melbourne and you lost to North Melbourne. It's just terrible.
I have that much belief, though, in the group this year. I just back us every week. And it's getting tough, though. It's getting tough to keep that belief just with all the injuries we've got right now.
Yeah, Hippie's out.
It was great, though. Obviously, on the weekend, we showed them what's what. On Friday night, we went up there against the odds and just completely demolished them, really broke them apart, and just played that premiership brand of footy. Like, everyone that was there wanted to play, knew the severity of the game, and just like executed. It was sick to see. And also sick was seeing Jared Berry's shoulder pop out. That was pretty gnarly. And just pushed him in the back. And he's just gone straight down into the turf and his shoulders popped out. I'm like, surely that's an extra 50 metres.
No.
Surely that's a 50 penalty if you pop it.
Is he?
Pop it back in and walk it off.
Yeah.
Oh, well, they actually reckon that
he might be
chance
1
to
week
not
after,
even miss any footy at all, because he could come back this week, but if there's any signs of him feeling a bit not right, then
with the week
sit
off,
him out.
with the week off before finals.
And then they got a week off next week. So.
Well, look, I heard that he's actually feling better than before the game. Like, popping it out, popping it back in, actually, like, knocked something loose, and now he's, like, actually feeling better.
Yes.
So, like, congratulations.
Beza.
That's what you want to hear.
You sure they weren't just saying his name, Beza?
But that was a good win from him, wasn't it? I mean, that was a real season on the line moment. I mean, if they slip that game, you know, all sorts of potential comes in for Brazil to miss the 8. So,
they're not missing the 8, surely.
Oh, I mean, they're hanging in there by a 2, especially with this week's results. I mean, they're playing Hawthorn, so, you know, nothing's a given at all. And I just feel like it took the pressure off them a lot to, you know, just to potentially be able to not have to win this week now and still be just all right. But if they didn't win on the weekend and this week didn't go their way, I mean, they were out, I reckon. They were pretty much, that would have just about been enough. So
yeah, it's pretty insane. Like, I'm looking at this freaking ladder. Like, top 8. Like, there's, like, 3 games in between the top 8.
Yeah, and especially with the Doggies playing Freo this week. I mean, that game is pretty much the game. So,
yeah.
Whoever
wins gets into the 8, I'd say. And I guess everybody's just saying, oh, it's a given. Gold Coast is going to beat Port or Essendon. They're going to beat one of them.
But even then, their percentage isn't that high, so they really need both wins. But yes, it just starts with that Doggies Freo game.
It's higher than Fremantle's. It's higher than
Freo
win. Yeah.
Doggies are done. That's it.
Yeah.
Gold Coast. Yeah. So.
But yeah, if Doggies win and Freo lose, yeah, Gold Coast's gonna overtake their margin.
I heard someone ring up on the radio today and say, why don't they move this game to the MCG? It's a big game, like a final, and if Doggies hosted a final, they wouldn't let it be at Marvel. So why don't they move the Freo Doggies game and try and get 80,000 there?
No, hey, look, let's just worry about filling up Marvel first, shall we?
I know, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, I bet you the game will get 40,000.
Yeah.
Well, no, we'll get a solid 50, but it's a big game on Saturday, I reckon it is.
Yeah.
I think it's on Saturday, but it might be on the Sunday.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that. All right. Well, I think that's enough for that game.
Well, it's not really enough. Back to the Lions, mate.
Hurry up and say something.
Another one to quickly jump in on is Eric Hipwood.
Yeah, well, that's what I was about to say. Seeing as got cut off, and I was just continuing. But Eric Hipwood, though, he's done his hammy, but there's another one where he might be right to play still.
Oh, no, he's out, isn't it?
It's just a small strain, you know, probably a 2-weeker, 3-weeker, potentially 4.
Yeah,
it's a tough strain, yeah.
But he played out the game, which was funny. They said he was in a bit of pain, but he's able to play out the game.
Hey, you know how they go sometimes, man.
Either way, that means he'll be right for a granny or a prelim, which is fine. Like, Hippie only pops up every now and then anyway, so that's fine for the Lions. It was just
Hippie's
great to
always
see
popular.
Logan Morris is officially certified now.
Certified
He's a
G.
superstar. Yeah, he's going to be going for big money next year. But he's just a gun. It's so good to watch him develop.
What do you mean he's going for big money? As in he's got a deal?
No, as in he's just going to demand a lot more salary cap next year. Like, I mean,
To keep him, yeah.
upwards of 600k for sure. He's a gun.
Wow.
Probably 800k minimum.
So you're saying he's greedy. All right. Well, with that, we should move on to the next game, yeah?
Yeah, the Lions killed it. And I'm
Lions
sorry,
killed it.
Fabba.
Oh, Fabba.
Lions would have beat any team.
Suck it up
The
out
way
there,
the Lions
Fabba.
played, they would have beat any mob, but it just happened to be Freo, and Freo is still building. So hopefully next year for those
The
guys.
tough run to the end of the year for. I mean, they caught Brizzy at the Gabba and Doggies at the Dome. I mean, when you need those couple of wins to finish the year, and that's your run home.
Yeah, no, I get you. Hey, look, summary, suck shit Freo. All right, let's move on to the next game. Saturday football at People First Stadium. It is Gold Coast versus GWS. Gold Coast 11-10-76 to GWS 17-9 111. It was the GWS Giants by 35 points. Mr. Daniel Raby, did you watch this one?
I followed this one on the radio very closely while I was driving.
Good stuff.
I had it on for the drive down to Rye. The Giants just went hot early, didn't they? I mean, wow, you didn't see it coming. I mean, they just silenced the crowd. The commentators didn't really know what was going on. There was just goal after goal for the whole first half, and managed to get down to Dave's and watch a bit of the last quarter. And the Giants, the Gold Coast definitely cleaned it up a bit by the end of the game there, and went a bit more level peggings for the last quarter. But the Giants, I mean, they just came out and really meant business. And Toby Green back in the side, I mean, he's just huge. And up forward with Cadman. I mean, I think Stringer was out actually. I was about to say and with Stringer, but got a feeling Cadman was out.
Hogan's
too,
out.
Hogan turned up, and they're just
Hogan
shaping up for
did he?
finals.
I thought he was out.
Oh, was it? Hogan was
Hogan's
out.
What are you talking
One
about?
of the key forwards was out for sure, but because Cadman was playing.
Yeah.
And they're on a winning. They've won 6 out of 7 now, and it's pretty hot winning form. And especially when they just go and bully little brother Gold Coast like that. I mean, coming into finals, I just feel like they're an absolute weapon. And then another one to watch as well is just Tom Green.
Yeah,
it's Tom Green. I was about to say Toby Green. He's just exceptional, and I mean, he might be getting a week here. Because he definitely threw a really reckless elbow, and he's really lucky that he didn't collect the bloke properly, because he'd be probably out for the rest of the year. So, got to pull his head in just a little bit. He's been getting quite animated and quite, I know they go to him a lot. He's a real pivotal player for him, and but he's just someone who can win you a final, and if he has a really rock solid day, he's got plenty of supporters with him, and to me, Tom Green is maybe an early watch to get on just as a norm.
No, fair enough, Steelo. Got anything to add?
He's got a green thumb and a green bum.
Lovely addition. All right, it was a it was a bit of a dominating, unsurprising win by GWS. I did not see this coming, but I shouldn't be surprised. It's not like they're that bad, but nobody tipped them. I think everybody was like, "Oh, Gold Coast at home." And
tipped him.
That's it. Sorry?
I tipped him.
Yeah, but you always tip weird things, so you don't count.
So I was tipping genuinely this week, like to try and get a perfect round, and obviously only ended up with a 7, although Jai did change my tip from Hawthorn to Melbourne, because for some reason he has something against Pooey Hawks at the moment.
But also, you're the only one other than the Kiss of Death that tipped GWS this week.
I genuinely thought they would win. That's why I'm saying. Right. No, mate. Me and Paddy went over this, and I said to him, "I go of all the danger games, I go Gold Coast at home. Giants have won. They'd won 5 of 6 going in.
They've been smacking it. They've got smacked by Doggies. No, that was
weird.
And
Toby Green was out that week, and I did put it down. They just played a shocker that week. their only bad game, and it was really bad. So in a way, you can almost you can almost overlook that one as just a wiper.
But it's just the fact that they're missing finals. Isn't that? That's the thing that makes you think. You're like, oh, I
Who?
can't tip GWS.
No, they're
they're
rock
playing.
solid.
They're solid. They're locked in.
Yeah, and they're playing Port this week, I believe. So is it? No, St Kilda. So I mean, not to say I don't hope the Saints win, but I really think they're going to absolutely give us a lesson in football because we played well against Essendon last week. Whatever, half our players are checked out for the year. Giants are dead set playing for keeps, and they have a strong record against us. They get their hands on us sometimes. So I don't have good hope for this weekend, but
Mistaken.
yeah, I think they're right in the doggies boat where it's like the doggies, the Giants, put obviously Freo and a couple other teams in that. They're gonna make the bottom of the 8. That's it. That's what they're aiming for. But
Well,
still think
let's
flag.
let's talk about the ladder a bit later. We'll have plenty of time to talk about the ladder. But for now, let's get back to the game. So let's move on to the next game.
To finals now.
Yeah, well, yeah. Next game, Saturday football at Marvel Stadium. Carlton versus Port Adelaide. Carlton, 18-10, 118. Port Adelaide, 9-10, 64. Carlton by 54 points. Smacking them. Smacking Port, Steelo.
Yeah, mate, they were hyped up of all those coffees again. They were jazzed up.
Street.
Yeah, they were pumped, didn't they?
Carlton crew.
And, yeah, the Carlton boys. It was good for the crowd, I guess. They finally got one where they could just celebrate. And it's been a hard season for the Carlton faithful. It's been one of the hardest, I reckon. Really, there was so much hopes. There's been so much tragedy. Like, oh, finally we can get the monkey off our back, and it's just been sat there. It's probably turned into a chimp. It's put on some weight. It's been eating the cheesies.
So many cheesies.
And so it was just good to finally just shrug it off and just celebrate, have a night on the town, have a few coffees, a few lattes.
I couldn't believe when I checked in on the score. They were They were up by 12 goals when I checked in. I just sort of went, "Woi!" I did not see that coming.
No, I don't think any of us did. I don't think any of us did. Very uncharacteristic.
Fantastic for the Carlton supporters, though. I mean, they were due some good news, weren't they?
No, well, it's about time. It's about time they got to win. But, yeah, it's up against Port, so it's sort of like, yeah, we know. We know.
Talk about. I mean, we can only say bad things about Port, and you know what they say, Nathan. If you don't have something good to say about something, say nothing at all. So.
Yeah. And you know what? I don't care what they have to say. I don't listen to them, whoever they are. You don't even know who they are. I won't listen to what they have to say, all right? So, fuck Carlton. Fuck Port. They're both shit. All right. We got Sammy Bell Pepper. Yeah, fair enough. But what's he doing? Got Horn Francis. Yeah, I think he was better off at North. You fucking nod to that. You nod to that. But yeah, anyway. No, it's unfortunate for Port Adelaide. Carlton. Yeah, it's like too little too late. Supporters are still already microwaved their memberships. But yeah, fair enough. Give us goals. Give us a good win. Alright, let's move on to the next game, shall we?
Let's.
Saturday football at the MCG. It was Hawthorn versus Melbourne. Hawthorn 13-14-92 to Melbourne 8-8-56. Hawthorn by 36 points in just thrashing Melbourne. Hey, Steelo?
Yeah, a little bit of a predictable match, this one. It's usually a good game. I mean, I think it still was. Like, Melbourne were competitive, but obviously Hawthorn's a better team at the moment. But like historically, there's never a thrashing between these two teams at the MCG, in my opinion. In my opinion, historically.
36 points is a thrashing in my book.
But yeah, like, this was one of the worst ones. Obviously, Melbourne's not in anywhere near as good nick as Hawks. And the Hawks are up for a big game against the Lions next week. So they're using this as a bit of a stepping stone and getting their game on track. And they're looking pretty good. What do you guys reckon?
Oh, man, it was the Gunstall show, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, 7 goals.
Number 19 for Hawthorn just wound back the clock and kicked 7. Was it 7?
Yeah.
Yep, 7 goals, 4. So he missed 4.
Absolutely crazy. And,
11 shots at goal.
Yeah, well, it was fun just watching along there, and I felt like he had the ball in his hands every time I looked up at the screen. I was just sort of couldn't keep up with what was going on, and then I saw on the screen he kicked 6, and then I saw him kick 7. Wasn't sure if he got one more, but what a day from Bristol. I mean, he is just on fire, and to think that 2 years ago he couldn't get a game in Brizzy's grand final team, and he could have won another premiership. I mean, it'd be interesting to know whether he would have actually then come back to Hawthorn now, but he's now come back to Hawthorn because he was on the junkyard from Brisbane after being on the junkyard from Hawthorn, and he's kicked 60 goals this year. I mean...
Yeah, no, leave him up there.
You know, he started the season as a sort of defensive forward coming in to play a bit of a role, and he's now the number 1 spearhead in the forward line. I mean, what a story from a 35-year-old who grew up playing his footy down at the Bowie Footy Club, and we knew all along, Nathan, that these are the great things they were teaching us right around that era as to how to be this good at footy.
It's true.
And he was one of the lucky kids that listened along. You know, a few other kids at that age sort of listened too, but
we were just prodigies. We just picked it up like without being told what to do. But you know, that's just how we roll.
But we were there. We were like, we could have learnt what he's doing and do what Gunston's doing.
I remember Fenno was there, and he'd be so jealous about our football skills, and he'd be like, "Hey, can I hang around?" And we'd like, "Yeah, Fenno, you can hang around." So we took him under our wing, and you know, it was really good. And we encouraged him with his football, but he just wasn't as good as us, unfortunately.
He kept hurting himself because he wasn't as strong as us.
Yeah, he didn't have he didn't have the upper strength and the manliness that we possess. Unfortunately, it's a very big detriment.
Back to the game.
There's not much more to say.
It was just a marvellous win from Hawthorn. I mean,
it was a good training match.
They had the 50-point margin in sights most of the game there, and I actually had Hawthorn 1-39 in a multi, and right at the end of the game there, the D's kicked 2 goals and lost by 36. I was stoked, even though the multi still lost later.
I hate that.
It was just exciting footy from Hawthorn all day, and they've showed that come finals, if they get their brand of footy going against any team, I mean, Melbourne have been showing not bad form as well. I thought they'd be in this game, you know. I really thought they'd probably rock up and have a bit of a crack, but Hawthorn were just too good, too clinical, too tough, and very good with the ball. They just hit targets all day, loose targets, just constantly hitting the target.
They're just a better team.
Really well. Melbourne, a lot of turnovers, you know, and it was just the difference was just the 5%, you know. I think just the skill errors a little bit, and Hawks just gave him in the end gave him a bit of a lesson. So great win.
Exactly, like in the end, it was just this was a training match for the Hawks, and
in the end,
it was
in the end of the first quarter, they'd set that up. Honestly, it really was.
This was just a warm up for finals. Just like, come on, this rabble isn't even worth us. And Hawthorn just, you know, they're just a team. They really are a good team. You know, like Yeah.
It's a good word to put to them. They're a good team. I mean, they've got players in every position at the moment that are genuinely on all-Australian potential. Like, you could have 1 or 2 from each line for Hawthorn in the team. And then you add the word team into the rest of the players who are fielding into what you call the bottom 6. You know, like, everyone's got a good role. Seems like they definitely share it around and don't rely on a single a position or player.
Yeah,
so
that's exactly right. Like, remove one person, it's sort of like, I think the machine still works, you know?
Definitely.
But, yeah.
Machine.
Well, it'll be one to watch through finals, the Hawks. I mean, can they sneak a top 4 spot?
We'll see. Steele, I got anything to add before we move on?
Nah, you said it all there.
Mate, I did say it all. Me. All right.
I mean, I actually started that conversation. So.
Oh, well, I ended it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Imagine if Geelong Hawthorn meet in a first final.
Oh, just imagine. All right, Saturday night football. We
got rid of that era, and then there'd just be another final.
Oh, just imagine.
Not another one.
Oh, another one. All right, Saturday night football at Adelaide Oval. It's Adelaide versus Collingwood. Adelaide 9-5-59 to Collingwood 8-8-56. Adelaide by 3 points. Reeves.
Oh, what a serious game of footy this was. I mean, there's not many low-scoring matches that you walk out of going, that was one hell of a contest. But this was one hell of a contest.
This is a good one to watch. I like this one.
It really had it all a bit. I mean, I think Adelaide, though, there's been some chinks in the armour that have been getting highlighted in the footy shows and all that. And it's that they're number one across defence this year. You know, they're really good at not letting teams score, but they're not using the ball overly well coming out of defence. They're almost up there in the comp for turning the ball over coming out of defence, which is interesting to think that they're number one on the ladder, considering that they're turning the ball over the most coming out of their defensive 50. So I thought that stat was a bit weird. But then when you break it down a bit more, it just proves how much they rely on the chaos ball. And on the weekend, it again showed against Collingwood, where they were playing slow, methodical football, and Collingwood were just picking them apart by just kicking it into the middle, making it a 50-50 ball, and they were just winning it that way. So Adelaide got on board, and in the end, both teams struggled to score because it was just a flood of players in the middle. But there's a real game style starting to show itself here that Adelaide is just quite a chaos football side. You know, there's not a lot of organisation there. They're just backing on their leg speed and everyone running forward at the same time. And
Yeah.
it's going to be interesting. I mean, Collingwood showed that they have their own style, and, you know, it wasn't far off the mark from beating them. You know, they were right in it till the end there, and genuinely reckon if they played the game again, that Collingwood would beat them next time. You know, I think Adelaide's brand, it doesn't stack up through finals. It's too flimsy, and good teams on their day will just take an opportunity and hit a target and hold the ball for a minute. And
it reminds me of the Lions a few years back. It's very similar style in that, and it's like you say, it probably needs more time to develop.
Yeah, and if they're going to wing it through finals like they're going for, I mean, Doggies are doing the same thing. They're going super aggressive, but they've got the cattle there, and yeah, it just interests me a little bit to see that game on the weekend specifically. It was both teams revealed their chips a little bit, I reckon, coming into finals of what their ultimate footy's going to be, and it looked a little bit beatable on both sides, I'd say. So a few teams probably licking their lips after that game, I reckon. And
they just need to get a bit smarter with the footy.
But Adelaide's super lucky to get the win. You know, I mean, that's the main thing out of that game, wasn't it? And I just reckon a lot of teams are looking at both teams there, thinking they can beat them.
Yeah, look,
Out of that game.
Collingwood seems to be in a bit of a slump heading into finals, and I think everybody sort of enjoys seeing it.
But they played well on the weekend again. I mean, it was a real arm wrestle that Adelaide brought on, you know, and Collingwood wanted to play free-flowing footy and kick 100 points, and Adelaide just didn't let them, hence not scoring themselves. So
At Adelaide as well. So
it's where the arm wrestle is interesting. That game specifically, I thought it was quite an interesting game for how finals are going to pan out. And
got to say
you don't want to be too defensive. I think it'll come to kick you in the butt when a good team comes and kicks your ass on the day. So
yeah, no, you got to be careful. That's
last
for sure.
year when they kicked 120 points in the granny. So, you know, a good team out there through finals is going to kick 100 plus points 3 weeks in a row.
Yeah,
I don't think you get too caught up being too defensive. So
Collingwood have lost their last 3 matches. 5
not
of their
scoring.
and
Borderline's interesting all of a
lost
sudden.
5 of their last 6 as well.
Yeah, they're on a bad trot now. I mean,
Yeah.
can it just scrape in, you feel? I mean,
The only team they beat was Richmond.
it's just a weird run of form, isn't it?
Yeah, well, like Gold Coast at home, then Freo by a point at the G. They beat Richmond. Then Brizzy beat them at the G. Hawthorn beat them at the G. Adelaide beat them at Adelaide Oval. And now they're coming up against Melbourne, a team they should win. Do you think? Yeah, this is interesting.
big. McStay's been a massive bust for them. He hasn't put it on though. He just hasn't put it on for him at all ever.
No, the forward line looks a little bit
who?
fleeting.
McStay and
That's
McGo.
I feel like they need to get Mason Cox back in there. You know, we saw what he did in that big final about
Where's he?
5 years ago now, 6 years ago
Yeah.
against Richmond.
Isn't he
When he
injured?
just played the tall target, even if he only takes 2 to 3 marks for the night, he just plays that tall role who takes the tall defender, and it spreads out your Membry and your Mycheks and your Elliots a lot further, who, when they've all got a defender or two hanging off them. So, yeah, maybe Coxie will work his way back into the lineup for the end of the year.
I thought he was injured.
Well, he's been playing a bit of VFL. I think he
yes?
just was out through their ruckman being quite solid and doing the role. That, you know, he's probably just not getting forward and taking any marks. Is Darcy Cameron? Is that the...
Yeah.
And now Collingwood are a super interesting watch. I mean, within their walls, I bet they are still confident as them winning the flag. I mean,
The rumour is...
they're right there to make top 4 still. And, you know, all the destiny's still in their hands a little bit here. And
Yeah.
so, you know... I'm sure they're not throwing anything out at the moment. Yeah, a bit of bad form against a few solid sides for a bit.
Yeah.
But, you know, finals is a new beast. And,
Absolutely. And well, Steelo, tell us the rumour.
Yeah, do you want to know the rumour?
I want to know the rumour. Give us the juicy gossip, Steelo.
The fans would have been hating it.
Oh,
Yeah, well, the rumour is that Ash Sentra is going to get brought into the men's squad.
Oh!
You know?
Oh!
Superstar AFLW debutant.
Yeah.
And she's that good. She's throwing the ball behind her back through her legs.
Oh, she's
bouncing
throwing
it,
the ball? Lovely.
like tricks that I'd do, and she's pulling them off. You know, just in front of the big crowd, obviously in training. But she's that good anyway. And yeah, the rumor is that they're going to get her down there if Bobby Hill can't play, because you know there's some unfortunate news going around about Bobby Hill, and he might have to miss some games, or he's just going through a tough time and all that. So Ash Sentra could fill the void.
No, I don't think they'll let her play. This is the AFL.
Bobby Hill's out is very interesting. I mean, isn't it, Steelo?
Yeah, well,
Yes.
yeah,
They're alluding to the fact that he hasn't...
Family.
Yeah, there's a bit going on with
families.
personal issues to why he's not on the track at the moment. He hasn't been training, but he did play that game in the VFL a couple of weeks ago, but wasn't noted to be injured after the game. Or
No, of course not.
100%.
Yeah,
But it's just interesting that he must have something definitely going on where he's a bit more distracted than playing footy at the moment. And yeah, just interesting because only a couple of weeks ago, all the hype was, you know, we're getting Bobby Hill back, and then he just hasn't been really.
It's probably fair to say, but yeah, apparently the missus has taken the kids. Apparently the missus has taken his kids out.
Hey,
out
look,
to
I don't
WA.
even know.
Well,
too much
you know,
detail
best-
into the.
Best of luck to them.
It's like, mate, don't do that to Bobby. Bobby loves his kids. Every game I've seen, Bobby's had his kids out at the ground. He's had them out there on the MCG all the time. I think he brought them to the granny. It must be tough as for him. So understandably, if he has to miss some games, you know, that's how it goes. But we're just, wishing the best. Hopefully he can get over it and let footy be his outlet, because he's mercurial.
Hey, we all hope for the best possible outcome here at All for Footy. In everything.
You know it.
That's it. All right, let's move on to the next game. Sunday football at Ninja Stadium. It's North Melbourne versus Richmond. North Melbourne 2015 135 to Richmond 13-9 87. North Melbourne by 48 points. Reeves, I feel like this one was looking way too close early days.
I loved this game of footy. I thought this reminded me of your suburban game on a Saturday type of vibe of footy. You know,
It's on a Sunday.
like a top game, maybe like top versus third or something. It was, you know, two teams very evenly matched. I felt watching the game. The midfielders loved the contest.
Yeah.
Because they both knew that they were sort of really underdog status midfields going at it, and you know, both teams just early days really went hard at the contest, and full credit to North for ending up scoring 140 plus points. I mean, you know, just huge, and it was just good to see high-scoring footy from them. And they've been, I reckon, Clarko almost maybe penciled a day on the calendar a handful of weeks ago and went, right, you know, we're playing obviously some other teams in between. MCG against Richmond, because the way they played wasn't almost like the footy they've been playing. I'd seen some glimpses this year. That's why I kept giving them the real green shoots cut when I thought they were the green
Loving
shoots
the green
of the year.
shoots.
they've turned into like Maroney brownie shoots, and like they're just all dwindled.
They're the
They
same
look like-
shoots they've always been.
signings.
So, you know, not so many green shoots, but after the weekend again, I'm sitting there going, well, hold on a second.
Maybe
there
there's a
was all
green
these-
shoot.
He was a green shoot, and he was
Mate,
a green shoot, and he looked
fucking-
awesome, and
Say green shoot again, I fucking swear.
green shoots.
Bro, I couldn't even play a game because I actually couldn't see it because there was too many green shoots. I thought I was in a Thailand jungle.
But there wasn't. No, I mean, both teams have really dropped off now for the end of which you do expect in this comp. Come late in the year, not in it. But I mean, the green shoots. I mean, you know, I'm not seeing it as much now. I mean, you know who's going to be putting in effort or not, and then. But from North, I mean, in the end as well, or just on the day. I mean, and how was the man himself, Sheasel, racking up just a lazy 54 touches? I mean,
Wouldn't
what the
believe
hell?
it. How do you believe it?
Oh, do you reckon he had leather poisoning?
Definitely.
Wait, even Davis Uniacke got 40 touches.
I don't know. How's that, right?
It's like, hang on, you got the second most disposals? What the? Alright, fair enough.
Between them, they just averaged 47 touches.
Fucking
Fucking 94.
Tattoo removal because he has to get the Sharon off his hand.
Jesus. No, that's
I
something
mean, it's
special.
interesting by Richmond, and they came out after the game and said that we're not in a tagging phase of our development. So they're sort of leaning towards just letting players go loose and playing head to head and letting their players learn and all this sort of stuff and not wasting a player's day on tagging. But I just feel like at some point in a contest like this, when a bloke's getting off the chain that hard, has close to 28 touches at half time, and you come into the rooms, I mean, that's 14 a quarter, and then he still comes out and has 12 in the third quarter. I mean, surely in the rooms, you all sit there and go, right, there's one bloke we might just put a little bit of attention into for a quarter. No, let's just let him go and have another 12 touches.
Yeah, jeez, let's not shut him down at all.
No. That was just a bit of a missed trick there by Richmond. I mean, you got to take a bit of pride in the result or performance on the day, and they probably just let that slide a little bit. Full credit to North again. I mean, maybe they did put a bit of attention into him, and they just couldn't stop him. So, yeah, what great performance.
Great performance indeed. Steele, I want something to add before we move on?
Oh, it was just great to see, Sheasel get his cheesels, and obviously Stringer was out having his zinger. So we'll see what else comes throughout the round.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Haven't had any pee, is it?
No, absolutely. Cheezel was getting the sheezels, and he loved it. Sheezels was getting the shingles, and he was loving it.
He was loving it.
Whatever you say, big guy.
Alright, let's move on to the next game. Sunday football at the SCG. It was Sydney versus the Geelong Cats. Sydney 10-8-68. Geelong 16-15, 111. Geelong by 43 points. Smacking Swans all over the park, eh, Steelo?
Oh,
It's just not fair. It's just not cricket, you know?
It's Sydney Cricket Ground cricket. That's what it is.
Oh, good. I actually needed to know where that game was played. Well, that's fair enough then, yeah. If it's at Sydney, well, then that's fair game. I thought it was it's just not fair down there. But if they've done it at Sydney, well, that is cricket. That's great cricket.
It's Sydney Cricket Ground.
you would have thought the game was at the back of Lismore somewhere looking at the state of the surface.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
A few drainage issues going around Australia at the moment. You know, they'd heard that the sand drainage layer was substandard and other
It's just
ground.
a New South Wales issue, actually.
No,
I mean,
not the
Victoria
sand substandard
and
layer.
South Australia and WA present perfect venues, and Queensland, but the New South Wales state government need to really up their game according to the Victorian
Too much
news,
silt,
if you listen
too much
to
silt and clay and sand, mate.
It's obviously the New South Wales government's fault that the
Get it
ground
right.
wasn't up to full.
Let Yuli look after it, alright? Yuli fucking garden supplies, mate. He's having kangaroos.
Where's Yellow's green? Can we
New
get
South
some down
Wales government has been suffering for a long time, alright, mate? Don't you worry about it.
Yeah, well, apparently they're the reason why the ground wasn't up to status. But
Then it's their fault Cameron didn't kick a fucking single goal. You kidding me? You see this shit?
I see this shit.
Not one!
No.
He's meant to be going for 100 by the end of the home and away season.
He had a shot right on the siren, and it just faded across the goals for another point. How many points did he kick?
What a bitch. Oh, nothing. Nothing point, nothing.
Jeez.
What, 0-0?
Pretty sure.
That's very
Oh, he got
good.
one behind. He got one behind.
And that was on the siren at the end of the game.
What a bum. I had him for 4. And that was the only leg I
Right.
missed out on my multi. And I have him for 100 by the end of the home and away season. He's pissed that away. He needs to kick like 22 goals next week. It's not going to happen.
How funny that he has he pays $1.005 to kick any time goal
Yeah.
in a game.
Yeah. It's better. And he didn't kick fucking 1.
I'd love to know
kicked
how
one.
many people out there had multis on where they just added it for just like almost no good reason.
Yeah. Just ruined. Ruined.
A goal.
You couldn't kick fucking 1.
That's hilarious.
I don't even want to talk about this game. I'm that pissed off. That they only kicked.
Geelong
only
is in
kicked-
good form though, obviously, and Sydney finally running out of luck. Their good form streak.
No,
But,
absolutely.
Geelong dangerous.
Geelong, you know what? Geelong have been the great unspoken team on this whole pod tonight. I mean, in a
come on.
weird way, I feel like they are a chance to really win the flag this year. I mean,
They are absolutely a chance.
they're
Absolutely.
rock solid.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're as rock solid as anyone else out there that's a
100%.
chance. And,
Just like every year, pretty much with them.
I mean, haven't they gone a bit under the radar all season in a way? It's felt like, you know, every time there's a bit of talk about them, it's like, oh yeah, you know, they might make the 4, they might probably make the 8.
Well, Smith's
But
just
now they're
added
right
to
up
it, hasn't he?
there. I mean,
Yeah, no,
Mini
they've
boy.
strung together some wins. I'm pretty sure. Hang on, I'm going to look at their history before we go any further.
like 15 wins already.
Touted them
16 wins.
earlier in the season.
Yeah,
We're all on
66.
their bandwagon, and now, yeah, exactly.
64.
They've just gone unnoticed for the last like sort of 10 rounds, just because we know what we're getting from them. They're so consistent. They're always there and about. It's like they weren't knocking off the top teams earlier in the year, but now, like, yeah, they've got a couple of things in place, and they're right there again.
Well, they're on a 5-game win streak. Looking alright. Last team to beat them was GWS, and then the team before that was Brizzy. So, you know, the teams that are beating them aren't no slouches. And then so many... And then, yeah, then their last loss against that was GWS again by like 4 points. So GWS has beaten them twice.
I mean, the
Yeah.
bonus that they have as well, Geelong, is they've got the high percentage, and they play Richmond this week. So, you know, they
home
almost guarantee themselves the 68. So, I mean, that's they're going to be a top couple.
Yeah, no,
That's
they've,
almost locked in that they're
this is wild.
they're
They've
right
had
up in the top 2.
they've had 2 losses to Brisbane and 2 losses to GWS this year so far.
My theory is that
And
Interesting.
in
they
down in
lost to
Geelong, they
St
used
Kilda
run and-
and Carlton as well, and those are like, what the hell? What the hell?
Yeah, that's heinous.
Anyway.
Stick that one in your pipe and smoke it.
Sorry,
Geelong.
Steelo. Continue.
Yeah, you want to know my theory?
Go for it.
Yeah, my theory is that they GWS always beat Geelong because down in Geelong, they're just used to riding these chill waves, surfing these chill waves, and then here comes this tsunami.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, you can't fuck with the tsunami.
that makes sense.
Yeah, it's way too much.
It's
Just too
nature.
powerful.
It's nature. All right, it's nature. This makes sense.
And like when Freo came, they sent like a big battleship through the dock, just like send up like a big wave, but no other teams because they beat them famously in that final down there.
Hey, Reeves, you can't go too far with an analogy. You'll just muddy
Too
it
many
up.
other teams that can produce a wave that
Bro.
will defeat. Yeah,
Bro.
It's really onto something there.
The waves get gnarly down in Geelong, but yeah, a tsunami is just that extra step.
If you're gonna come up with like an intricate analogy, you have to write that shit down first. All right. Don't go too in depth. Don't go too in depth while you're
Really push
probing.
this boat really far out into the harbour here.
Especially
Whoa,
if it's a tsunami.
calm down, bro. It's a tsunami and a fucking,
Yeah.
and there was a cat. All right, let's move on to the last game of the round. Marvel Stadium, Sunday afternoon football. Western Bulldogs versus the West Coast Eagles. Footscray was 19-12, 126. West Coast were 4-8, 32. Western Bulldogs by 94 points. Quite a shellacking. Almost 100, Steelo.
Yeah, a bit disheartening. We're looking at the scores and I'm like, geez, this just makes you realise that like footy at every level it's tough, and all teams go through these moments, these years,
Absolutely.
and like even good players get stuck in teams where you just have to go through this battle where you're losing games by almost 100 points, but like you're putting in your all. And I know the feeling well from playing down at the Kangas.
Get used to it.
And it's just how it goes sometimes. And you're just putting your best foot forward, and you just got to take those small victories. Like just work on your game plan, just completely forget about the scores, and just play your game. And I think West Coast know that well. But yeah, they got trounced.
Yeah, well, they knew it was coming. Hey,
It's
Reeves.
just trounced. Oh, I mean, I sort of enjoyed the game because obviously watching young Tommy McCarthy run around,
Be sad.
you get a bit of a feel for the difference in the level of football. But he still racked up 25 himself, and he didn't have a totally embarrassing day. He even had a shot at goal. Well, it would have been his first goal, but he managed to make the distance. But the doggies, I mean, the Bont, I mean, what a lesson for any footy side. Just watching the Bont run around all day. I mean, 31 touches, 2 goals,
Superhuman.
just faultless. And he's just so clean, and he seems to get that awe of space. There's something about the way when he is around the ball that it's not the opposition. I mean, it's almost like maybe they're intimidated to go too hard at him, knowing that they might get made to look foolish.
Well, they're talking about it at the moment, actually. It's a big topic at the moment. Because Bont, he does it better than anyone else. He's able to tap the ball into space instead of getting caught holding the ball. If you notice,
he doesn't just rush in getting it.
He will just tap it into space, and then he gets free. Yeah, he just finds these pockets.
Has the burst of speed, but it's the aura as well. But he's obviously just that good. I mean, let's not beat around the bush here. It's a natural talent, isn't it, when you're that clean? But he's just one to watch. And then how good is watching him do what he does and kick it down Sam Darcy's throat? I mean, he's just kicked another 3 straight on the weekend, and he probably didn't even have one of his better games in recent time.
Yeah, what a bitch.
It was still just a good presence. But, I mean, they've got so many strings to their bow at the moment, the doggies. I mean, the astronaut again, I mean, he was just floating around, and what did he end up kicking?
Oh, he's a naughty boy. He only kicked 3.
Oh, he kicked 3, but yeah, when I was watching, he was just on fire for a bit. He
Third rock from the sun.
An absolute hang again, and they had to call the astronaut down, as the commentators were saying. They're like, "Oh, the astronaut is lost in space."
They had like 4 goal scorers that kicked 3+. Like they were not. They were sharing it around, and they were sharing around a lot.
So they're just priming doggies, and I really like him for the flag. I mean, let's just call it make the granny, let's say. The whole granny day thing's a whole different kettle of fish, but just to make it, I think this year, to the 2 teams that make it, it's going to be a great effort. And, the doggies are right there. I reckon they could dead set show up on granny day and see Snoop D-O-double-G party on with D-O-G-G-I-E-S's. So, this bloke, he lives in my shed. His name's Snoop, and he just hangs out in my shed most of the year. He's going to perform at the MCG on Grand Final Day, Nathan. You're probably like hip with all this action that gets his debut out on
with all this hop.
Yeah, it's
no, I've never heard of her.
Oh, okay. Well, you will find out how the show goes by this particular person.
Okay.
And you will see, and you'll be marvelously impressed.
Does this person have anything to do with Snoop Lion? Now, I know a Snoop Lion.
I don't
know a Snoop Dogg. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know this lady.
Familiar with. I'm a bit OG, so I sort of like to. I'm not up with modern name changes. Has there been a name change?
I don't know. I just know Snoop Lion.
It depends. The rumor is, if the Lions make it to the granny, then Snoop Lion's going to rock up, unless it's against the Dogs. And then obviously Snoop D-O-double-G is going to be there, of course.
Who? The lady, that Snoop lady's going to be there?
Drinking gin and juice. She'll be there at whatever time she needs to be there.
Yeah, dare you say that.
Never heard of her. Anyway, let's move on to the tipping results.
Let's.
Yeah, so what a round it was this week in the tips. So, just gonna go through the round winner of this week on a stunning 8 out of 9, head above the pack. Oh, The Man of Steel.
Oh,
Oh, thank you very much.
Oh,
Eight.
bro. You got a
Thank
fucking
you.
8, 1 off a 9. Congratulations.
Wow,
It's like, I think, like,
it's 'cause I backed
everybody...
in my boys.
I think your one, like everybody, was hang on, I'll just have a quick look. Yeah, Gold Coast, which is fair because everybody tipped Gold Coast except for Reeby because he's weird. But hey, you and me, Reebs, we got 7 this week, so that's good.
But I should have got 8 because Jai did change my tip from Hawthorn to Melbourne, so I'm putting that one out there. That I should also have got the shout out with Steelo.
Yeah, unfortunately, this is
obviously I tipped Richmond over the North game.
Yeah, this is
So that was my only genuine claim.
This is like Ryan trying to claim he got a perfect round of tipping, even though he didn't put his tips in for a lot of them. So it's like technically,
I know it's just an excuse, and I'm not trying to cop, but I'm just putting it out there.
Oh
so
no, I put your
care a bit more about my feelings. Will note it down in their little thing and be like, "Oh, Ruby was going to tip Melbourne, but didn't."
Yeah, because what was the one that what was the match that most people missed?
The Gold Coast Giants.
One. Yeah, the one he got.
So did most people all tip North? Well, I thought that some people would have tipped Richmond there a bit, but
no, pretty much everybody tipped North. Hang on. Yeah, pretty much everybody tipped North except for my dad, my ma, and Kirsty. Me. And Julian is the kiss of death.
How weird that I had such faith in Giants beating Gold Coast, but yet I really thought Richmond were going to beat North.
Hey, you know.
So a lot of people tipped Freo, you know?
Well, they were favourite.
They were. I thought they were going to
win. Exposed. Favourite tippers.
Brisbane dropped the balls. No, we've already exposed the favourite tippers. It's definitely not us. We know that much. We know who it is. His name rhymes with Shveno. You know?
Does it rhyme with Schmiel as well?
Rhymes with Fine Sheno. That's what it rhymes with.
Keep it on the do.
I'll work it out.
Well, let's look. Reebs, you rose up this week. You rose up a spot to 17th.
Surf and Sammy?
No. You've already gone over Surf and Sammy. Well past Surf and Sammy. This week you went over Tom Mack.
Oh, of course. I mean,
but I think that's about where you're going to stay because Kirsty's 8 tips ahead of you. So,
what position is that?
That's 17.
Oh, jeez, that's horrible.
Can we just get a big shout out there for Vossi Star? Where's he at?
He's at 14th He's 14th, 123.
No, not where's he at in the tipping competition. We all know that when you're in the All for Footy tipping comp, it just brings greatness. And Vossi Star is potentially going to get picked up by St Kilda in the pre-season draft next year. Word has gone around that father-son Brett Voss's boy, who's been playing at Frankston this year, is highly touted to be taken by the Saints. And wouldn't it just be fantastic if 2 people in our tipping competition now make it into AFL? I mean, talk about being just like, you know, if anyone wants to make AFL, Balin, I reckon Balin will make AFL. He's in the tipping comp. We might have 3 in a handful of years. So, you know, Steelo, you know, you can make AFL, mate. I reckon.
Hurry up, Steelo. Stop fucking around. Make AFL.
Yeah, I'll play for 50 grand.
You know, I'm right. I won't make a comeback to see if I can make it. I know I probably could, but like Rick, you know, Rick's got a record. You know, he's
anyway,
not the only guy to take off his skate and try and stab somebody with it. He's also the game's record holder at Moorabbin Kangaroos Football Club. So
yeah, it's not the time to bring that up, but yeah, okay.
You know, what a legend! This pod just produces legendaries, and you know, I mean, one day we might have Jai Reeby might be in the tipping comp next year, and he might make AFL or be like a professional golfer or professional cricketer or pro surfer. Yeah, monster, like just numerous of things that he can be professional.
The world's his oyster. Anyway, can I move on with the tipping comp results?
Because he's my son, I'm just picking him out of the blue, like just a random. Yeah. But so look. Anyone out there can do anything if they come into our tipping competition, I feel.
Cool. Can I get back to
the
tipping comp, please?
Yeah.
Okay, shout.
All right, so as I was saying, Raby is on 17 at 111. Then, me, I've jumped 2 spots. I'm an 8th spot on 136.
It's a bit of a battle for top 8.
Is that clappable or?
Two behind.
Oh yeah. I suppose, yeah.
Two behind the Man of Steel himself.
Thank you. I'm trying to lock in my top 8 spot.
A little heavier clap. A
Trying
little
hard.
heavier.
Yeah,
I tried
well,
hard earlier. Now I'm just trying again.
Right, clap, my clap.
I'm coming for you, bro. I'm coming for you.
Oh,
And then the top 5 is Mickey B on 138, Jamie on 140, Scotty on 145 at number 3. At number 2, Jim Bob Park on 146, and running late, Reeby's secret friend coming in number 1 on 147. So congratulations to the top 5.
He's done it.
Fucking secret friend. Good stuff.
Oh wait, we've still got a week to go.
Just living up to his name, though, isn't he?
And so, what's the difference between Bob and Late?
One tip. It's a real tough time. Tough go for the top spot this year.
Yeah, it's tight at the top there. Wow.
So Jim Bob and
once running late learnt to not tip the Bombers anymore, he's come good.
Who did Jim Bob tip on the weekend? Obviously out of St Kilda Essendon, and he must have tipped St Kilda.
Oh, I think he tipped. Yeah, St Kilda. He got most people got Freo Gold Coast wrong. I feel like a lot of people are playing it safe near the end of the year.
It'll be interesting to watch what Lukey and Jim Bob do this week. Yeah, it's just one hell of a finish to a comp, to have one tip between the leaders there, and wait to watch.
But before we go any further, just want to point out there is Fenno. He's higher than all of us. He's got 152. He's 5 ahead of our first place. But as we all voted. This is a Victorian-based comp, and unfortunately, he's been disqualified from the comp. We all had to vote because I feel like
it's not our fault they made borders.
How it's explained to everybody was, hey, if you all vote for this to happen, everybody goes up 1 spot, and I feel like everybody jumped on that and was like, absolutely, hell yes. So yeah, we're all up 1 spot. We've kicked Ryan out of the competition for not being a Victorian resident, and we're all sitting a little bit prettier.
We're not paying interstate shipping, all right? We can't send that pen to Queensland.
Can't do it.
Well, there's that, but we're also Victorian biased here. I mean, just like the AFL, the grand final's not leaving the MCG. I don't see why the pen has the right to leave the state either. I mean,
exactly my thoughts.
For 59 years, we're locked into that contract but people will enter, and they're just foolish people that live out there around the country that obviously listen to our great podcast.
Yeah. Now he wants a hat as well. It's like, mate, we can't even afford to send a pen.
Hat. What's this hat bullshit? I couldn't believe that. Almost fell over backwards. Oh, this motherfucker wants a hat. He's not even getting a pen.
I hear he's getting a pool, though. Maybe we could go back to his house for another party one day.
Look, if I go back for that party, I'll bring a pen. All right, let's move into this week's tips.
On the whole thing. No pen.
No, really good stuff, Fenno. You really are killing it. You've made everything. You made it all well. Not even worth it anymore. Nobody cares about the tipping anymore because you've just been killing it all year. It's just too big. It's too large a gap, and it was larger.
But what is it at the moment? Just so I don't have to go on the app. 5, okay. Because it's been 5 for a couple of weeks, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. It used to be like 7 or something.
It was 7, yeah. I was hoping it closed into 2 or 3 come into the last round, but looks like 5. I mean, there's no way he's given up a 5.
I mean, I know he stole your laptop. Surely you can pull off something and steal his phone.
Nah, it's not happening.
Who knows what will happen in the wind?
My cat just knocked over my VR headset, kicked it out of my closet. You bitch. Oh, I hope it still works.
Just to let everyone that lives in Queensland know that my Queensland trip could be on hiatus this September. I'm still not actually fully aware of my time availabilities during the period for grand final this year. So instead of contacting anybody that lives in Queensland, I thought I could just give it a quick shout out on this free to wear.
I don't know, man. You gotta. He might not be listening this long. I don't think he'll get to any of this.
Hopefully we get to final thoughts and Rick's still listening.
Hopefully, it's no chance. If Rick listens to the first 5-10 minutes, then he's gone. All right, well, let's move into this week's games. All right, starting off, return to Thursday night football at the MCG. It is Essendon versus Carlton. Reeves, who you got?
I am straight up tipping Carlton.
CeeLo?
Yeah, I'll go Carlton too.
Yeah, gotta back Carlton at this point. Essendon's got nothing to play for. They might as well just stay down there and get as many draft picks as they want. Can they even sink any lower? I don't know. Wouldn't surprise me.
This could, you never know though, actually, now just having a little look. I mean,
Nah.
Carlton had a big win last week on the road, all that sort of thing. I mean, maybe they might be a bit season done, and
They've had 2 wins already. Maybe they're going for the
really
triple.
grind into one big last one, but yeah, you just think that Carlton will really want to put something in works for next year, I suppose. So, no chance for us.
Yeah. Yeah. No, absolutely. All right, I just wanted to have a look because I'm pretty sure Carlton. Oh, just their last game, then goal. Yeah. All right.
Pretty sure they drank all the coffees at the venue.
All right. No, absolutely not.
No cappuccino here.
I thought they had a couple of wins in a row going on. Like I thought they beat us recently, and
Carlton. Yeah, but that would have been close to 5 weeks ago.
yeah, I thought it was more recent than that. So I thought they were on. Yeah. Anyway, look, Melbourne loses to a lot of teams. It's hard to keep track. All right, Friday night football at the MCG. Collingwood versus Melbourne. Let's just book it in. Everybody, Collingwood.
I'm going Collingwood.
We going to the game too? We going?
I'm not going to that game. No, absolutely not. I can cry at home.
Game to
thanks.
go to.
I might go as long as you come along with Hippie because, it's the last game of the season. You'll be able to see your boys. Probably a lot of the team won't be the same next time. So, just see off a couple of veterans and, enjoy it while it lasts. It's a good time at least. They won a premiership, most of these boys. So, see them off.
Unfortunately, I already have plans Friday night. Tune into NoBotE's YouTube channel for Fortnite Fridays. I think he calls it Fart Night Fridays because he thinks that's funny. But that's what I'll be doing. I'll be on that stream, playing some Fortnite, getting some dubs. So yeah, no, I'm gonna have to decline
Yeah.
Mr. Steelo. But I hope you can join us. Hope anybody can join us. Go onto NoBotE's YouTube channel. Hop in the chat.
Head down, mate.
We'll you can jump in. We'll
I'll send
happily
you a
play with us.
photo. I'll send you a photo from the G in the chat.
Do it.
You know what? Wheels could be chaseable this week. I mean, there's 10 possible tips in the round.
No, get out of here.
If you accidentally snag a 5 when someone pulls off the perfect 10.
Somebody needs to steal his phone and not just tip all the away teams, just tip all the non-favourites. Like, that's what needs to happen. And even then, he'd still probably win.
I just ran down, and it's very interesting that they've put the Bulldogs Fremantle game as the margin game in the tipping app this week.
Well,
What?
That's interesting.
before you move on, though, I'm just wondering, do you reckon your boys, Nathan, do you reckon they can injure Collingwood? Do you reckon they can really just
What would
ruin
be-
their chances of going any further in the finals?
What would be the point?
Oh, what
Well,
would be the
No.
point?
I don't think there's no reason to go in so hard for the last
Pretty
game. Of
much
the
on
week.
you.
Bruh, this is what preseasons are built on.
Nah.
Is the new coach, they're coming in, they're like taking down Collingwood
shut
and
them
ruin
down.
their thing, and then,
Hey, look,
Collingwood,
I'm
don't
hoping it
forget.
happens, but I don't think it will. I think these are shot. Unfortunately,
I think there's a little shot to be fired across the bow here. But
I'll shoot all
Just
the
because of the
fires.
rivalry.
Look, a miracle could happen. Collingwood are on a losing streak right now, and it's pretty funny. So it could happen this week as well, and then bam, what a terrible momentum going in the finals. But kind of here for it because they were favourites not too long ago, and they've just shown their ass.
Yeah. I reckon I'll take pies as well.
Ah, well, there you go. All right, Friday night football at Adelaide Oval. Got double Friday night football this week. Port Adelaide versus Gold Coast. Braves.
Gold Coast all the way here. I know it's Kenny Hinckley's sign-off game.
Gold Coast away.
coaches. I mean, funny things happen sometimes for coaches, but I just think the list is just depleted now, and it's just not.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I must admit, it's the only anomaly I looked at with this game is that Gold Coast. You have a lot still just to ride on getting these what they call banked wins, and you got Kenny Hinkley's last game. I mean, it's not going to be a walk in the park for him at all.
Both teams have been hard to tip.
Yeah, but yes, I mean, it wouldn't absolutely not shock you to see a real tight contest here and Port in this all the way. I just think Gold Coast have too much class, and then but on the weekend they got put aside by the Giants. So I mean,
Giants on a riffraff though.
This is the little tipster's nightmare game. This one where Port. So I'm gonna obviously tip Gold Coast, but
put it in the bank.
Steal it. Gold Coast. All right, Gold Coast across the board. But yeah, look, I do see Port Adelaide getting up. As you said, Ken Hinkley's last game. It is an away game for Gold Coast. Like, they don't lose them all, but they're still not very good at playing away.
They haven't won that many away this year. They've just won all the home games. So.
Yeah, and Port also, they're very good. They're pretty good at home. Much better at home.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's just a matter of class. But I wouldn't be surprised if Port just pulls out a freak victory.
Be interesting. It'd be so spooky, wouldn't it?
It's so funny.
Thinking about coaches and inspiration and moments.
Yeah, Port's just been one of those teams as well. They're like just super unpredictable, and you get them at home. So this is one of the ones they could take away.
Yeah.
Gold Coast, they've had their woes away from home. So freaking look out. But yeah, it's one for the multis, I guess.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how it pans out. All right, Saturday football at Marvel Stadiums. North Melbourne versus Adelaide. Sreeps. Back in the roost.
Yeah, I mean, again, they're going to come in with a lot of spirit after playing super good footy last week. You just think it doesn't stack up against a team that still have to do a little bit to guarantee top spot there because Geelong are obviously right behind Adelaide, but I mean, it's a top two either way, isn't it? So really it doesn't mean a lot this game. So yeah, I mean... Yeah, again, it just might have that little bit of haunt to it, but I just think winning form's good form. And after the weekend with the close scare, I think Adelaide's going to want to really get back on the bike and get some goals into their forwards. And I don't think you can look too much astray, can you?
Yeah, well, Steelo, can you look too much astray?
We're talking Crows versus Roos.
Yeah.
I'm saying the Crows for sure.
Yeah, for sure. There's no question. North Melbourne just aren't a good enough team at the moment. They've got so much flaws in their game.
What are they paying? Like $20?
Well, they kicked $135 last week. So, yeah.
But the next game, they're paying even more. Next game, Saturday afternoon football at the MCG. It's Richmond versus Geelong. Reeves.
Wow, now this is dead set one-sider.
$16 for Richmond.
Very one-sided.
Oh, Richmond, not Sydney.
And is it at Geelong?
No, it's at this MCG. No, Geelong don't have another Geelong game this year.
This at the MCG, yeah.
Yeah, Geelong don't have another Geelong game this year. That's it.
Well, yes, no, I think Geelong. I mean, I'm more trying to ponder in my head here what the line could be, but I'm probably going to give them about 70. I reckon.
Yeah, they could absolutely. I see
I'll just be quite realistic. I think they'll play very, very hot footy, and it's going to be tough for Richmond to really keep up with them for a while there, I reckon. But
Jeremy Cameron to score 20 goals.
Also, being so close to finals, I think they need this win just to obviously guarantee the top two. But I just feel like they'll take it maybe if they can have a strong lead. So good 70. Let's give them 68. There we go.
Let's give it to him. Steelo, who you got?
Yeah, just obviously the Cats.
Obviously the Cats.
A margin, I'll go about 48.
Yep. What are we even talking about? Of course, the Cats are going to smack them.
Well, this is where the margin's more interesting.
Yeah, I'm not putting a margin. All right, 2 points.
Ooh, all right. We're going to check back in next week and we'll play closest to the target.
You will forget. All right, next game, Saturday night football at Optus Stadium. Only one Saturday night game. I prefer the double Saturday night to the double Friday night. I'm telling you. It's West Coast versus Sydney at Optus. Reeves.
Wow. I mean...
Last game for both of them.
Yeah, no, look, I'm just trying to mount a little case to West Coast. I mean, it feels a road way too far. I'm thinking that they're going to enjoy a good night, though, because they're going to be in Sydney and their season's done, West
No, they're
Coast
in
players. I
Optus.
mean, that's pretty cool.
They're
I
in
mean, you're in
Optus.
Sydney. Oh, it's in Perth, is it?
Yeah. It's a home game for West Coast.
Oh, well, even better. I mean, you're in your hometown and it's the last game, so it'll be a pretty big night there.
Last
And
game, not too long a drive home.
yeah, so I think no, West Coast will rock up. I'm looking forward to a bit of footy, but Sydney, well, yeah, I mean, they've just been showing great form, so definitely
Yeah,
Sydney.
you got to lean towards Sydney. Just former premiers didn't even make the 8 this year. Not former premiers, former grand finalists. Yeah, hate to see it. Steeler, you got Sydney?
Indeed.
Yeah, of course. Well, it's not even a thing. All right, let's move on to Sunday football at NG Stadium. It's GWS versus St Kilda. Reeves, who you got?
Giants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Open and shut. Steelo.
Yeah, really that easily.
Yeah, look, like I said earlier, I'd love for us to have a good day and somehow, but I just think that they're going to be right on song, and this will be the classic example of a half of footy played where it's tight and we're in it, and then they'll just
Even with Naz staying at the club.
yeah. Oh, look, and I hope we do well on the weekend. I just think this is a bridge too far to get the W.
Yeah, GWS probably too
Lose by
good.
16. We might lose by 24.
I reckon your style matches up decently against him.
Yeah, and we'll play some alright footy in patches and maybe hang around. But I just honestly feel like this game for the Giants, as soon as I saw that we had them in the last round, I went, trust. Like, can we just have North or Richmond?
Taking down the Suns, we'll have to go to the Giants.
Yeah, well, I'll take down.
And this is the first final for them. I mean, it really is, because if they slip up, they can still miss. So, I mean, still got to bank it. I'm sure they'll be ready to bank it. But go Sainers, and let's hope that we owe them a couple. Like they knocked us out of our last final performance.
Damn.
So technically we owe them. So let's really stick it up them. I mean, duck them. But I'm still tipping the Giants. But
Still, who got Giants?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's like
I just said it. Yeah, no, you have to go to the Giants.
yeah. I love how Reeby always gives a long answer.
Can't jump on the friend train if I'm not even on the train.
No, can't. No, you're not even on your own train, mate. You're not even your own best friend.
Someone jumps on the friend train, but the other person's not even on the train.
Yeah, that happens all the time. I've done it.
Lonely train.
Yeah, hey, it happens. It happens. All right, Sunday afternoon football at Marvel Stadium. It is Doggies versus Fremantle. Braves.
Game of the round.
Game of the round. And yeah, this is the margin one.
The hooter. I mean, I've had this weird feeling that Freo's just going to win.
I don't know how Freo's going to go at Marvel, though.
But then I just can't see the Doggies losing. But then it's Freo, and they have been playing really good footy. So, I mean, it's not like they're not playing a team that's got their finals 8 credentials on the line. I mean, Freo's going to be seriously up for a big game of footy here at the Docklands.
I think it could be just like your golf round. I think the cold weather is going to play a massive factor.
Yeah, buddy.
It's the golf round I'm thinking of playing tomorrow.
Yeah, in the morning, because it's going to be. We're going through a big cold burst down here in Victoria.
Love it.
And it's going to be down to 0 overnight for pretty much the next few days.
Yes.
And yeah, I think Freo's just not going to be able to handle those temps. Obviously, they're a bit beachside; they're used to it. But beachside in Fremantle,
but the game's at
that it is down
the game's
here
at
the moment
3:15 in the afternoon, so I don't see what that really has to do.
Well, it might be about 10 degrees. Maybe if they're lucky, it could be 14 degrees. But it's going
under the lid. It's going to just be like the conditions aren't a factor,
and pretty bad conditions. Not used to the top of under the lid surface that they'd be playing on.
No, not used to it at all.
These Steelo's little bits aren't. Oh, so you're just full blown.
Well, doggies are like specialists at the ground too. So doggies love the cold weather for one from Ballarat, and they love Marvel because it's like their home in Melbourne. So
I just really need to know which friend train to get on. I mean, Rick's obviously on his train, so if I went on the doggies train, I could be on that train with Rick.
Just get on a train.
on the friend train with Faber would be cool because
Just get on
you
the
know you could
train.
ride that train all the way to fucking New Zealand. I'd just be like, dude.
Get on the
I mean,
train.
like whoever loses will probably finish ninth. I mean, it's really a big bearing game. So,
Train's leaving the station. You got to hop on. Hurry up.
well, it's running. Well, I'm gonna have to stick with the doggies,
You got the dogs too.
considering.
All right. And Steelers go on
still
doggies.
think the Dogs win the
I have to
flag.
go as doggies too. I just feel like doggies have better players,
Tough tip.
but they have bad luck. I think they have bad luck.
Yeah, kind of with you there. Like I feel like Freo are gonna win, but
Yeah, and
want
I
doggies.
wouldn't be surprised. But I'm gonna back behind doggies. I'm on Rick Friend Train. My best friend Rick Parker. And yeah, go Bond.
I'm going for doggies for Simba.
Yeah,
Fair.
I'll just pat it.
Yeah.
He's going for it.
Let's move on. Sunday night football at the Gabba. This Brisbane versus Hawthorn. What a match.
Oh,
What a
I'm gonna
matchup.
fall up for it, I reckon.
Reeves.
Well, now I'm glad we dedicated the whole podcast to the breakdown of this game because
No, we did not. We're finishing up.
Oh well, we talk about friend trains. I mean, we've got Steelo sitting over here, but don't forget. I mean, I'm a raging Hawthorn supporter myself, so I
No, we never
mean-
believed that.
just don't know which train to be on.
Nobody
But I
believes
must admit, doing my tips before actually, and I did submit them, so I should take
not
less
a-
time over
Not a
this.
train, it's a plane this time.
I selected, and I thought this would be controversial, Hawthorn.
Oh, yeah, might be. But
Yeah,
hey,
'cause I think Brisbane still make it with the loss, and Hawks are playing good footy, and I actually really feel like they're going to go up there and rumble some feathers. And Brizzy don't deal with that well at the moment. A little bit battered, a little bit bruised, and I just think they'll get yous. I can actually see it coming, so I've tipped Hawks.
no, fair enough. That's what I like about you, Reeves. You zig when everybody else zags. It's just a sign. Like, you tip who you think is going to win.
Genuinely.
And I see a lot of myself in you in that respect. And,
Because
you
we've
know,
both
I
won
love
this
it.
competition before.
So, and that's why people like this Ryan fucking Fenton, who's just tipping all the favourites, making a mockery of our competition. Anyway. Steeler, who you
We can
going?
speak about
Brisbane
it.
or Hawthorn?
Oh, it's gonna be a real fucking barn burner. I'm gonna have to fly up for it. It's so close. Yeah, I'm trying to go through it in my head. I
Zig.
see the actual lineups, but yeah, Brisbane losing Hipwood is a big one. Like we can lose mids, we can replace mids. We've got a lot of stocks, you know. But
I feel like
losing-
Hipwood doesn't has some games where he doesn't kick any goals or do much at all. So
Hipwood, he's such a contributor. He always brings it down, and he covers so much ground. He always does these big long leads, and he creates space. He's such a team first player. He'll like just lead to create space, and that's hard to replace. To be fair, like the way he does it, he's so selfless. I don't know who we've got to fill that role, but hopefully we can get someone in there. Maybe Harry Sharp. Hopefully he can play that role. But yeah, I'm gonna have to back the Lions because I've backed them all year, and hopefully we get the Hooters off our back. We're gonna have a big crowd at the Gabba, and it might even help that we got a few young boys coming in. They're gonna feel the vibes and just play their hearts out. If we play our best footy, even with the stocks, we'll win it. So
Definitely.
go
yeah.
the Lions.
Hey,
Go the
look,
Hawks.
I'm gonna have to back the Lions as well. I'm hopping on the friend train with you there, Steeler. I'll be right next to you. I'll be your conductor, buddy.
You'd be the pilot, brother.
Yeah. Reeves, you're not invited. You can stay on the stinky Hawthorn train with the stinky stink faces.
I will. And Mum.
Oh, no! I don't mean to put her in that situation. Alright.
Look, she's used to it. Jai calls them the Pooey Hawks all the time. She hates it.
That's not good. Alright, let's move on to the next game. Wednesday football at the People First Stadium. Gold Coast versus Essendon. Reeves.
Well, this will be Gold Coast's big opportunity. So, Gold Coast.
Yep. Steelo.
Yeah. Double that up.
And this is the 10th
nice.
game of the round, isn't it? So we have
10 games
live-
this round. replaying the one that got cancelled at the beginning of the year from the cyclone or the hurricane or whatever the fuck was happening up Gold Coast. Another terrible reason to live in Gold Coast. You should move to Melbourne.
So what's the break? You between the two matches?
So yeah, it's Wednesday. So one of them was on Thursday and the other one's on Saturday. Gold Coast were on Saturday, Essendon were on Thursday.
What are you talking about?
No, but like, what's the break between the two Gold Coast matches? They play on what?
Yeah, that's
Thursday
the break. I just told you. Like, this is a Wednesday game. They played on Saturday. Gold Coast played on Saturday, and Essendon played on Thursday. That's what I just said.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh,
No, but then I think we were more talking about what's the break between then the makeup game is that they both play on Friday.
No, that's all cool. Yeah.
Are you listening to me? Essendon play on Thursday. Gold Coast play on Saturday. And then they both play each other on Wednesday.
The Gold Coast playing Saturday?
Yeah.
That's a bit stiff. They are too, yeah. Saturday night.
I swear I said it like 3 times.
Friday night.
It's the second Friday night game.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
Essendon gets 1 day extra.
Yeah.
Essendon gets 1 day extra. But it doesn't really matter. It's just Wednesday.
So they'll be home by Saturday, Gold Coast, and they're playing again on Wednesday.
Yeah.
While every other team's resting up with their week off for finals, Gold Coast is. That's interesting, that isn't it? Because if they make finals, they're going to have a less of a break going through with every other team getting that full 10-day plus window.
Yeah.
They're going to just get a...
Like 7 days, maybe.
Yeah.
Look, it'll be fine.
It's okay. That'll be alright.
It'll be
Better
fine.
than nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, well, with that, let's move on to closing thoughts. Steelo, you got some closing thoughts for us?
I don't. I was just thinking, I don't think I put my tips in that last match. Did I? Did I put that through?
Hang on, I'll check for you. But yeah, continue vamping.
I was just a bit distracted. So,
No,
yeah.
you put your tips in.
No, that last match. What was that last match? Gold Coast versus
Gold Coast versus Essendon.
Essendon. Yeah. After the 1 day break, I was just trying to confirm. So they got 1 day extra.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I just assumed you went Gold Coast because it's.
And it's at People's First. So if it's People's First, I'll go Gold Coast for sure. Matty freaking Real. I've been bringing my towel.
Towels been brought in. Yeah, I'm there as well. I'm with you. We're hopping on this Gold Coast train all together, all 3 of us. We're gonna have a fun time.
All
right. Let's move on to closing thoughts. Steelo, closing thoughts.
Bro, my favorite word
There
is a Hawaiian Steifen. There's this beer. Doctor's got one right now, but shout outs to the brand. You know, they do a freaking good deal. You get 3 of them and you get a free glass, and you can say the word about 20 different ways. So you go, Hawaiian Steifen, Hawaiian Steifen, Hawaiian Steifen.
Oh, fair enough. I'll take your word for it. I know what the fuck. Fair enough.
They're all approved too. They're all the correct ways to say it. So
lovely, like potato.
Put it in the comments. Put it in the comments if you've had one or your own way of saying it.
I want you to put it in the comments, Steeler. I want you to do it. All right. Well, thank you for those wise words, Raby. Closing thoughts.
Oh, mate. Why do you always catch me in a moment?
Yeah, no, I didn't catch you because it already went to Steelo. Steelo had the closing thoughts, and then you were after him, of course. So I didn't catch you.
I just am constantly always thinking about Rick. I mean,
I
know you said he's your best friend, but he's actually my best friend.
No, mate.
I put out a big belated apology that I didn't make it to his record-breaking game on the weekend. I was working and was under the impression that he was playing Rezzies and was going to try and get down to the Rezzies, but then ended up finishing work at about the time when Rezzies finish, hence not bothering to go, then finding out that he played seniors, so probably could have still watched him play. But so anyway, but aside from all that...
No, I actually went, unlike you, because I'm a good friend of Rick Parker.
No, I'm a big friend because I'm taking my hat off to say, congratulations. He's played 270 odd games now for the club, breaking the record, and I just found it fantastic and fitting to hear that he's the person that one day, hopefully, they'll be renaming a grandstand or a pavilion or maybe a Parker rack, something that you hold your coats on, or something that will be named in his honour one day. Maybe a chair at the northern end of the ground, or just something. So it'll be fantastic that day, and it's been filling up my thoughts a lot of the day. So
fair enough. That's a lot of thoughts. It's a lot of thoughts. Well, yeah. Look, I'm always thinking about Mr. Rick Parker as well. He's held close and dear to my heart, as are all my All for Footy friends. But yeah, good for Mr. Rick Parker.
and,
All right.
and shout out to Beck as well, the band.
The band, yep.
Yeah.
You mean the guy?
He's one guy, yeah.
He's not a band, he's a guy.
Beck.
Yeah, no,
Something like that.
they are a band.
No, he is a guy.
No, but they.
No,
Okay,
it's not they. It's he. It's just one guy. It's Beck.
It is Beck.
No, it's just a guy. He's not an it. It's just a he.
And your sister.
Are we going to go on our
Second name
date to
Pepper.
Friends or Rom, Nathan?
You never invited me. Oh, you invited me and then said no. I don't want to go with you. You suck. And I'm like, oh, okay, and it hurt my feelings.
Why is that?
Look at that. Nah, look, I was putting it out there. See if you want to still go.
Yeah, I would
Because I
like
don't
to
even
still
know
go.
if it's
Thank you
still
very
going.
much, but I thought you didn't want me to go, so I didn't push you for it. But if you want to go, let's go.
Been randomly invited to a first birthday on the same weekend, so I have to weigh it up.
I don't want to go to that.
Let's go to the D's match, bro.
Can't go to today's match. Into my closing thoughts. Fortnite Friday over on Nobot E's channel. Come watch us get some dubs. We get some crowns. We get some wins. We have some laughs. We have some banter. And I'm watching the footy at the same time, so I'm usually giving some footy updates, having some chats about the footy in the chat. And it'd be great to see some of our All for Footy listeners in the chat Friday night.
Like Fight Night.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, well, look, if you want to come join us and play, just download Fortnite. It's free on your computer, on your phone, whatever, and you can jump in. We'll tag up with you. We'll get some dubs. We'll get some dubs.
I'll look forward to that. I'll be there.
Oh, please do, please do. All right, well, and with that, that's it from us at All for Footy, and we're